Hi Flosstube, it's Janet with Janet Jabber. I'm coming at you with episode 127. If you're new to my channel, this is a channel about cross stitch. I hope you like what you see. Subscribe, comment, thumbs up, do all the things. If you're a returning friend, thank you so much for coming to spend some time with me this week. I'm so excited to just jump right in. So we're kicking off March, wrapping up February. And this final week just flew by. It's amazing to me. It's just amazing to me. So I want to jump in response to my question from last week. And that was like, do you have stitching friends? And I hope that when you spend time with me, you consider me a friend. So whether it's a Flosstube friend, an online friend from chats, or someone in real life, I say in real life because I really think whether I've met you in person or you're just across here, you're my friend. Sometimes I know more about the people that I watch on Flosstube, I feel, than some of my in real life real friends, because I don't know. Yeah, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, I guess is what I'm saying. So I do have very limited in real life friends that cross stitch with me. Yes, I have my sister and our mutual friend, but we don't get together a lot. I am a opposite shift worker than most people in the world, and it's just what I've always done, and I actually enjoy my shift, so I don't beat myself up. I'm not a boo-hooer in regards to that. I love second shift. I love the life that it provides me. So anyway, I just basically wanted to say thank you for all the responses and comments, and whether your friends are just online or somebody you can chit-chat with in real life, they're still a friend. So I hope you do consider me a friend. And with that, we're going to jump into some stuff around here. So as a reminder, I have the Happy Mail link in the links below. That just lets me send out a little card randomly. I just pick through there and send out cards. So it's just what I like to do. And we also have, besides that, some wrap-up stuff. We have a giveaway this week. It is for the Poppy Seeds unopened kit. And I'm going to roll the winning thing here. Congratulations, Terry Hall. That is your name on YouTube. So you will need to contact me at janetjabber@gmail.com, and I will get that out to you as soon as possible. In regards to some other winners that I've heard from everyone but 3 from last week. So I still need to hear from Katie Bowers, Julie McLean, and Mrs. Stitches. That's how it's spelled. All right, I still need to hear from you to get these out, but everyone else did a fabulous job of getting back with me, so I'm able to get actually, they went out in the mail yesterday, so that is that. So, that was a big thing to do, 10 winners and do all that thing for my 3,000. But before we get into my stitching, I have one more thing, and that is my featured friend. This week, it is a Fran, a young lady by the name of Fran. She has sent me, and I'm going to pop them up here, some ornaments that she stitched from October to December of last year. She said they hang on her second Christmas tree, which her little grandkids called Gammy's Stitching Tree. It only has cross stitch ornaments on it. So these are super cute little ornaments. I love how they're finished. So good job, Fran. That is fabulous. I should send you some of mine to help me finish along the way. Just kidding, but gorgeous finishes. So, all right, so that, again, as a reminder, I like to do the featured friend to share other people's stitching, and I have a few more in queue, and then I'm out. So get a hold of me at of course, janetjabber@gmail.com, and I can add you to the list. I love to share your stitching, whether it's finished, fully finished, in the works of. I just love to share it and give you a little spotlight. All right, so my finish for the week, I have a couple. So I have a finish, and then I have a few fully finishes. So I'm going to start with my finish. This is a quick stitch that I do one of these a month. They are 12 tags of a Christmas series by So What Stitcher. I'm putting her name here. And this is the one that's called Enjoy Lights. So it's a little house with lights all around it. I have not decided about the borders, what I'm doing in regards to those. So currently they're staying off. for me to decide how I'm going to finish those. But I love this quick little stitch. And I hope you go check out So What Stitcher, sorry, because these are cute little quick ones that you could just put on a tree all you're by yourself, but she actually has a story behind it. So these ornaments, and she explains it best on her channel, but these ornaments are basically things that families can do at Christmas time. So I love it. I love it. So thank you for putting that series out. All right, my other fully finished, I got my mail. I received mail from Keepsakes this week where I had left some stitching there to be fully finished. My first one, if you've been here for a while, you have seen this before while I was stitching on it and while I finished it. So it's Old Glory. I love, they nailed it how they finished this, nailed it. So it is mounted on a piece of wood that I'm sure they got probably at Michael's or something like that. They used the trim here. The hanger trim is the same as the trim here, which I'm sure is DMC that they turned into a cord. I just love it. And they did a wonderful job. So thankful for this. So thankful for this. So there's that one. And the next one is another piece of my mom's that I inherited and chose to, slowly getting some of hers into a fully finished so they can be added around here. Again, the finish on this is awesome. And here, let me just show it to you. So it is actually Smile, Giggle, Laugh. I have no idea what this chart is. So, oh, that other one was Little House Needleworks, I think. I get two of them mixed up all the time. But it's on, see, this is on a little triangle. Oh, I'm just going to love how this is able to be displayed and have a little splash of my mom to remind me to smile, laugh, love. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for the ladies at Keepsakes for making those fully finishes happen. Perfect. Just perfect. So we're going to jump into my stitching. Even though this week flew by, I did get, I got a fair amount of stitching done, or at least I touched a few projects. So that's what we're going to jump into. My first one is my queen. I always show you my queen. My winter queen is who it is. She is stitched on Morning Mist 28 count Lugana by Color & Cotton. Again, as a reminder, Colorado Stitcher and the Virginia Stitcher is also stitching this. They have a little stitch along going on, and I'm just giving a shout out because I'm doing this queen too. So this is where she's at. She's a gorgeous. Oh, I love her. So I'm going to fold her down and show you what I did. Basically this week I worked in the skirt. I filled in more white here and I came down with these tails. So hoping to plug away at that. With it being March 1st, the countdown is on. So I really don't think I'm going to get her finished fully, or finished, but I have to remind myself that I stitch her in season. So I get to touch her again in December when it turns into winter. So there's that. There's that to look forward to. We'll see. All right, so another piece that I stitched on this week which the sunshine, even though it's cold outside, the sunshine and stuff made me feel. This is actually also a Whip Go goal for February that is complete now. Goal to stitch on it for 5 days. This is Flea Market Flowers by Lori Holt, Be in My Bonnet. And it is stitched on a 28 count Lugana Ecru by To Die For Fabrics. And this is where I'm at. So for my goal for the month of February for 5 days, really, I got this done. I didn't get to touch it as much every day as I'd hoped, but I'm happy with one of the big blocks done. Actually, I think it's the biggest block and it is done. So I love how it looks on this fabric, and it'll go away for a little bit, but I don't know for how long because sometimes I just go with what I go with. My next piece is the Whistle Stop Stitchers designer Chester's Place. If you remember this, I have the words done on mine, but it says, until one has loved an animal, a part of one's soul remains unawakened. That saying was on a sticky on my toolbox forever. And from when I lost my first baby puppy that was super sad. So when she made this, I knew I had to have it, but Amy from Sprinklestein Stitches jumped in and got it my way first because of the loss of her little Grouchy. So again, this is stitched on an 18 count Riverstone by To Die For Fabrics. And basically I worked more in the house. So this is where I'm at. And I have all the doors and windows on the house, and then I will be doing it. As you can see a little bit, I will not have a red house. I'm going to have a blue house. And so far I love how it's looking. So that's probably what you'll see next, is that bluish, the two different blues popping out. And that was inspired by Dowling. So grateful she did a color of a house in those similar ones. And I was like, I reached out, I need to know the color, and that's what I did. So this next one is also a piece that I have put off bringing back out. And it is with the help of Evelyn across the pond that I'm doing this. So I'm going to show you what I mean. And this is my caterpillar cross stitch petals tree. I think it's called petal tree. Okay, I'm going to show you two things. This is what the color version is supposed to look like. And then Evelyn from across the pond did a more muted one. And I know the ink on this, it is what it is. You'll see it as it comes along. I fell in love with Evelyn's, and she put out a conversion. You'd have to go to Evelyn across the pond to find out what that is, but I love it. But in order to do that, I had done some, and I had to unpick it. First, I got the card out. This is on a 28 count water lily joblin is what this is being stitched on. So it's got a green hue. And this is where I'm at. So I had to pick out, can you see that? I know you can see it right there. I picked out the daffodil. I just didn't like how bright it was. I wanted it more muted, and I'm loving it. So these were super bright eggs, muted them down into real colors of real eggs, and put a robin on here instead of the blue jay with a pink wing. So thank you so much, Evelyn, for being the inspiration to change this to something I like. I'm really excited. So I have two of these 3 trees done. I have this one, and then I have summer to go. So I just took the extra time this week to unpick it and to find her conversions, because it's not symbol for symbol conversions. It's actually, she lists out like this egg, this chick, this bird. So it's going to be a little more time, but in the end, I know that I will love how it turned out. I know I will. My next piece that I worked on is my Mill Hill Monday, and I am working on Spring Ahead. And this is where I got on it, basically a bunch of the blue. Oh, sorry, I forget you can see through those. A bunch of blue at the top. So I will continue to work away on that one. I just love my little things. I'm gonna mix this up and put it in the wrong spot. All right. That bag is a mess, so sorry. Yes, there's a zip, but I would lose all the things because all my kits are in there just to keep them in one happy, coherent place. My next piece is my Wicked Wednesday, and I have been stitching on this hands-on design, Scary Apothecary, working on spider legs. Basically, all I got was the trim. So we'll get plugging away more at this week. It was just a busy week. Like I said, it flew by, and then at the same time, I don't know where all my time went. So that leads us into plans. Basically, because I have no haul, I didn't receive any mail this week. I'm looking at my notes to make sure. So I just have a stack here of plans, and I want to share it with you. Sorry for looking away. I want to share with you. So everybody knows what is going on in the world, unless you have been trying to avoid that kind of stuff, which I can only take in small doses because I can get sucked into watching nonstop footage of what's happening to our friends over in the Ukraine. So because of that, I have been a follower and purchaser of Stitchy Princess Moms for a while. I know there's a hashtag going on out there, so last night I took it upon me for Magical Swamp to kit it up. So I am going to be starting Magical Swamp on this beautiful piece of 32 count Tree Hugger Bobbi Stitch Me, and I pulled the flosses. I think it will be perfect, and I'm going to get started on that hopefully this week in order to get that out there. Another thing that, since that little Christmas piece was done, and I am literally all caught up on that. So I pulled a new Christmas piece. This is one that I discovered over Flossmas time period. I'm trying to think. If I can think of her name, I'm putting it here. She did a a different focus designer off of Etsy all through the Christmas season, and this is one of them, Spooky and Steve pattern. This is Milk and Cookie Company from the North Pole. So I have this kitted up and ready to go. That will be something that I start this coming Friday for my Festive Friday. My Whip Go numbers were called, and my first piece that was called was, I refer to it as Home Sweet Home. It is from Alforst Embroidery. And this is the best I can do. This is the cut off of the box of what it will look like. And this is where I'm at on it. I'm really happy this got called because I love stitching on this. I love stitching on this floss and this piece, and I want to see it get done. So just plugging along at it. Yes, this is the fabric that came with it, but IT Coffee dyed it and baked it a little bit to give it some of that older grungy look. So that will be get started this month because that is a Whip Go, 5 days on that. My other call was Seeking Refuge by the Scarlet House. That's what this piece looks like. What perfect timing for so many of these pieces. What perfect timing. So Seeking Refuge. This is stitched on, well, I didn't pull it. It looks like a 20 count. Let me pull it real quick so I can tell you. 20 count sand, Aida fabric is what it is. I don't have any notes that I did anything to it, so it's another big house. Another big house, so I'm sure that's where I'll continue to work, is in the house. I'm leaving this one red. So yes, we'll see where that one goes. That's got 5 days on it for the month of March for my Whip Go goals. And last but not least are my monthly starts that I do every single month, and I've done very good in keeping up with them. So I have Eric, I have been doing a berry every month. So this one is the first one that Helen D is kind of doing this. So it's the Erica Michaels Spring Berries. I do not know which one I'm doing yet. I have fabric cut for in here, and all the floss is pulled, and that's ready to go. Yes, I bought the rest of the stuff from Cobweb Corner, sorry, in regards to the little pins. That's where I bought the chart. And then I bought the felt off of the recommended person from Helen D. The other ones, just to show you, because I can whip these out, and we don't know if they'll all get whipped out this week, but I definitely can whip these ones out that are usually my goal for the month. So spring is right around the corner, so hands-on design, well-rounded. I will be starting one of these spring ones right here. Don't know which one yet, but one of those will get started. My Lizzie and Colton were home this weekend, and they helped pick out which stocking I was going to do from Blackbird Designs. So I will be doing a March of the Daffodils are the stockings. I flipped it over. I said, which one do you guys want me to do? And they actually picked this one. So that's on the queue for this month. And last but not least, and how fitting that is last but not least, but it's my hello. Well, hello there. I will be doing the March one to kick off the month of March. So that's my plans for this week. If you are here just for cross stitching, this is the perfect time to step out. I'm going to give a little personal update in regards to, as I mentioned, my Lizzie and Colton came in for the weekend. So we went dress shopping on Friday, and I can't show it on here because Colton watches this video too, but Lizzie said yes to the dress after I feel like she tried on 20 dresses. We went to a couple different places or 2 different places, and then went back to the original place. She will tell you because Daddy said yes for the price on that first dress. So very happy. My daughter looks absolutely gorgeous. I promise you in the future, once the wedding is done, you will see a picture of that dress. Made me very happy. Try not to get sad. When she said, I think Grandma would love me in this, I did too. Pull it together, Janet. So that was, nailed it. So it nailed it. Sorry about that. On Saturday, his parents and the kids and me and Jeff went to the venue and locked down that venue. It is called the Old Rock Barn. It's a cute little place down the corner from here. It and it's just what you hear. It's an old barn that's been in the family. They didn't want to lose the barn, so they spruced it up and they have events there. Basically, they stay so booked, it's just weddings, but it's gorgeous. And I look forward to sharing that with you also. And as the teasers have been going on here, I'm gonna finish this off by telling you, yes, they have decided they don't want to wait to get married and they don't want a long engagement. So they will be getting married on October the 8th of this year. We are in full forward planning mode, and things are coming together. I even found the dress that I'm going to wear this weekend, so I just look at it as all these things that it's meant to be. I'm so happy for them. Just things are happening and moving in the right direction for them, and I'm happy. I'm just happy. I'm happy. So other than that, as far as those two kids, I am 2-ish months away from my youngest son graduating high school. So yeah, we'll have a high school graduation this year also. It is all the things, and it keeps us all the busy around here. But that's about it. I kind of told you plans for this week are like kicking off the month of March. As far as me and my work goes, General Motors went into what's referred to as their exemption period. So that means that we're going to change out our model build, and we'll start building the next model truck, which means like 2 weeks prior to that date and 3 weeks after that date, they're allowed to work us as much as they want. So we'll see what that holds. It is what it is. It's the auto industry. It is what it is. So with that, I'm going to be wrapping up here. I want you to keep all of our friends in the Ukraine and in Russia in our prayers. The common people do not want this. Have I talked to any of them? No. Nobody wants this. So just keep them in our prayers. I'm going to get off of here from this point. So please keep stitching, enjoy life, and I'm sending you so much love. Bye.